Ladies and gentlemen, this contest is set for one fall. It is an opening round match of the Spirit Title Tournament. Introducing first to my right, fighting out of the Unseen Woods, this is Hanaya, the Howling Huntress. And her opponent to my left, fighting out of Blackwood, New Jersey, Brittany Blake.
Well, earlier we were talking about how some of these women wouldn't have a shot at the Spirit Championship had an event not gone down with an injury. Oh man, Hanaya viciously assaulting Brittany Blake to kick off this matchup here.
And you want to talk about seeding in a tournament, I believe this will be 1 versus 8 if you look at it logically. Brittany Blake would definitely not be in line for a Spirit Championship shot, and she gets put against the toughest competition she's faced in her short career that hopefully ends tonight, courtesy of the Howling Huntress.
Well, the way we saw the Howling Huntress kick off this tournament, I would not want to be Brittany Blake at the moment.
I never would. More so today than ever. She's dealing with a very violent Howling Huntress tonight. There's the speed of Blake. At least able to avoid the onslaught from the Huntress. There's an Oklahoma roll too to follow it up.
Only getting a 2 count.
That's what Brittany Blake has to do. She has to use the Little Mac strategy, stick and move.
You're absolutely right. Well, she has gone on in Dojo Wars.
It's a very different environment though. Oh man! Variation of a stun gun hot shot by Hanaya, the Howling Huntress, bringing Brittany Blake throat first across that top rope.
As I was saying, Brittany Blake is considered the toughest of the CZW WSU Academy students, actually taking most of her training up while having a broken leg. And right now, though, it's not looking too good for Brittany Blake as Hanaya goes for the pinfall, but only getting a 2 count.
Hanaya, though, she's just stalking Brittany Blake right now, letting her get to her feet so she can inflict more punished, do more damage.
That might not be smart because a person like Brittany Blake, who has really nothing to lose if you think about it, you know, letting her get a little breath, this is her biggest break in her career.
Well, she's not letting her get any breath right there, so maybe Hanaya heard you. Brittany Blake, though, not backing down.
You know, arguing with the referee and giving Brittany Blake just enough time to come up with a forearm shiver, but to no avail as Hanaya has her back to that corner once again with those educated feet.
Hanaya staying on top of Brittany Blake. Hanaya is in a very determined mood. The biggest match of her career back at the 8th anniversary, she was defeated in. She thought that was going to be a career-defining moment.
And right now, Brittany Blake having her looks rearranged thanks to Hanaya bashing her face into that second turnbuckle.
Just placing her on the shoulders, dropping her back with an electric chair drop variation.
And look at Hanaya, too busy showboating, going in for that cover, slowly hooking the leg, and that might have cost her right there as Brittany Blake able to get that shoulder up.
Hey, Hanaya wants everyone to know how good she is. She's not afraid to brag about it either. Her body language, just walking to the ring both times tonight, tells you everything you need to know about how she feels about her skills and how everyone else should view her. Oh, man!
God, what a vicious drop kick.
That was fierce. The howl that used to be met with cheers is met with the exact opposite this afternoon.
You're absolutely right. You know, most people would respect Hanaya. It was just the way that evening concluded at the 8th anniversary really soured many people on Hanaya, the Howling Huntress.
What was there to be sour about? It was an excellent matchup.
Yeah, but, you know, she could have been a more good sport like she used to be.
Could have been, but where would it have gotten her?
Well, right now, Brittany Blake being tossed into the corner. Hanaya taking way too much time howling to the moon there. And there's Brittany Blake taking that opening with those shoulder blocks into the midsection, following up with a bulldog. Oh, look at this.
Going for a tequila sunrise. Shades of K-Dog. Hanaya, though, dead center in the ring. This is exactly what Brittany Blake needed to do.
No one expects this from Brittany Blake. She is not known as a submission competitor, looking to get a submission victory here, but to no avail as Hanaya almost illegally breaking the hold, pulling the hair of Brittany Blake.
Hanaya, though, letting these fans get under her skin.
Yeah, and that's the problem right here. And Brittany Blake Turn her around. Straight shot right to the chin. Oh,
yeah,
God.
but there's a real shot right to the chin. Brittany Blake hasn't been able to get any sustained offense.
You're right, but look at Hanaya letting the crowd dictate her match.
Well, she might as well let them dictate it because Brittany Blake, it's not a knock on her. She's just not at the skill level of Hanaya
And
just
she's still, oh man, she's still very inexperienced. But you know what? Sometimes an opportunity like this changes something for a competitor. Changes the way they look and they act in a ring. But right now, Hanaya dropping her down on the back of her head. Slowly getting to a cover once again. Oh, come on now.
Hey, this is the new Hanaya. This is the Hanaya that...
Yeah, but when the Spirit Championship's on the line.
Hanaya was driven over the edge. She didn't want to act like this.
If you want a championship victory, you go for the pinfall, you take the pinfall.
It was that career setback that made her realize exactly what she should be focusing on. She shouldn't worry about any of the fan response. She shouldn't worry about any of that. She should only be focused on winning championships and winning matches and advancing her career and knocking out Brittany Blake.
Well, this could be it here. Cover again.
Once again, though, Blake able to kick out.
Like I said, Brittany Blake has been considered the toughest of her graduating class at the CZW Academy.
Yeah, but look at this. Dan Yost laid his hands on one of the participants.
Well, I don't know if you've been following us on social media at Instagram.
But look at this.
Oh, wait a second. We got a roll up here. 2 and 3. She did it. Blake did it.
This is...
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of this bout advancing to the semifinals of Spirit Title Tournament, Brittany Blake.
The most unlikely person to make it into the semifinals.
The most unlikable person to make it into the semifinals. Why is everyone cheering for this? We had a great competitor like Hanaya, a true main event level performer.
Well, the problem is Hanaya was viewed actually verbally assaulting Dan Yost in the locker room. I'm not quite surprised that they got the little spat here in the ring. It's Hanaya's own fault. She could have put her away about 5 minutes ago and didn't allow it to happen.
Ladies and gentlemen, this contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, to my left, fighting out of the realm of Chicago, / Dallas. She is the fallen goddess. This is Athena. Her opponent to my right, fighting out of Toronto, Ontario, Canada. This is Jules Malone.
This is gonna be awesome.
You know, MLJ, one of the things that I like the most about the secret shows is that there doesn't need to be any bad blood or any personal animosity. How about exhibition matches where wrestlers get to wrestle? Jules Malone has been very impressive since he joined up with the roster. Athena's going to be challenged for the WSU World Title tomorrow in a 2 out of 3 falls match. That's reason enough to have a match.
Spirit of competition is at an all-time high.
Imagine if Jules Malone is able to pick up a victory tonight over Athena.
And then imagine if Athena is victorious tomorrow. That's got to be an instant title shot, right?
You'd have to think so. Wow! You want to talk about instant? How quick is Athena?
The velocity on that pin attempt was tremendous. As are those punches in the corner.
Now, MLJ, I'm a lame dude, okay? I'll admit this. I only watch wrestling, but this theme music that Athena comes out to, the Reigns of Castamere, I believe it's called. What is the significance of that? Can you help me out? Are you a Game of Thrones guy?
All the attention from Games of Thrones has been taken away.
It's been thrown out the window.
Thrown out the window. Because that pounce was
Malone's a throne. Oh. Malone, I'll give her credit, staying one step ahead of Athena. Taking her down with that snapmare. Oh, just a kick to the back. And now snap in the neck. It was the last time we saw Jules Malone. She had suffered a concussion at mutiny.
Oh yeah, that match with Mickey Knuckles, that was insane.
Yeah, that was insane, but she's in for more of the same tomorrow. She teams with Danny Havoc against Matt Tremont and Mickey Knuckles in the first round. The Queen and King of the Ring 2014.
That's a huge match, too.
And of course, that's a tournament that Athena, alongside her partner AR Fox, won last year. She never had the opportunity to compete against Jessica Havoc. She was scheduled to do so in a 2 out of 3 falls match at Uncensored Rumble in August of 2013. However, by virtue of her performance, even though she came up short against Lufisto, one of the most competitive matches we have ever seen, she's going to have another opportunity in a 2 out of 3 falls match for that vacated world title, which we just debuted here. And the crowd was mesmerized.
Beautiful belt.
If you're going to be fighting for a prize, you better make sure it looks damn good.
Let me tell you, I think it's going to be more of the same out of Lufisto and Athena, as Athena just lays waste to the midsection of Jules Malone. I mean, you want to talk about a competitive match. 2 out of 3 falls between Lufisto and Athena. That's madness.
I'm really excited for tomorrow, but I don't want to look past it. Is obviously Jules Malone, who's so tough as they come. She's going to be able to withstand the punishment from Athena. Signature offense, that handspring into the forearm. Jules Malone cannot get out of the way. She's checking to see if she's got a tooth knock loose. Wouldn't surprise me one bit. Oh my God. That's a bad corner to get hit with knees in.
Yeah, absolutely. 2 count only.
But Jules Malone, she's just so tough. The hardcore princess that she has been dubbed.
Yes, at Mutiny when Mickey Knuckles was just taking her to the woodshed.
I mean, there you see her resilience too. She's so tough. Right there, catching Athena with that combination. That's the thing about Jules Malone. You can never count her out. Just when you think you got her beat, she's only getting started. Now trying to get the arms wrapped around the legs to apply pressure to the neck of Athena.
But Athena's smart here. She's on her knees in a position where Jules Malone cannot get the full amount of leverage needed to make this maneuver as effective as possible.
That's a very keen observation, MLJ. But that's why Athena's in a position where she can challenge for the vacated WSU World title. So we crown a new champion tomorrow. A new era of WSU beginning.
Jules Malone giving up on a hold, but at the same time, she just drops all her weight down to the small of the back of Athena as Athena just bridges up, propelling Jules Malone to the corner.
Well, Jules Malone going after Athena on the ground. This could have been a mistake. She already had her opponent down on the canvas. She brought her back up to her feet just to drive her back down with that side slam. Jules Malone having trouble here. As it's Athena displaying her tenacity, her toughness.
Oh wow, catches her in an inside cradle of sorts.
And even though she wasn't able to get the pin, certainly reversing the momentum. Kill her with that double stomp. Oh, just driving her down again, a variation of a curb stomp.
Now Athena getting the crowd behind her. She climbs to the second rope. What's she going for?
Oh, caught her with that senton.
Big time back senton. She had that leg hook, but I don't think there's enough pressure placed upon the shoulder blades there.
Of course, Athena, she suffered that shoulder injury in the first Secret Show, was forced to miss the second, had that unbelievable, that standout match with Hanaya, the third Secret Show, and right here taking it to Jules Malone, straight kicks to the face. Someone as tough as Jules Malone, sometimes that's what it's gonna take. But you gotta think that the fans here have to appreciate the toughness of Jules Malone. Oh man, look at that, just firing back. Oh!
Right on the butt of the jaw.
She's got her hooked up. Gonna be looking for Northern Lights suplex. Takes her over, the impact into the pin. And that's not good enough for Athena. Instead, using her power to bring Jules Malone back up to her feet. Oh, just to kick her in the face.
Athena going for the cover, but Jules Malone able to lift that left shoulder right up off of the canvas.
Give Athena credit, though. She's not getting frustrated. She's not arguing with the officials. She's focusing on the task at hand, which is taking it to Jules Malone. Oh, man, is she taking it to her. Oh, God.
You gotta feel that. They're right here by us, Denver, and those shots are just so hard.
Oh, man, she would have broke her leg. Not a bad strategy to target the largest muscle in the human body.
Again, another punishing blow to
This
the
time
thigh.
Malone catching the leg, firing away shots of her own. Both
we
women
got
are
here?
trapped. Both connected with a forearm. Jules missing wildly with that clothesline. Athena misses with a back elbow. Oh, the double clothesline connects.
Two girls with one idea.
Oh, Jules Malone. That could have been a mistake right there. Athena too much fight left in her. Caught her again with that kick. And that's enough to take Jules down.
Another thrust kick, this time right underneath the chin.
What does Athena have in mind right here? Her opponent is all the way across the ring. Well, getting up on instinct alone, that could have been a mistake. Oh, caught her with the O-face. Good night, Jules Malone. That's it. Academic at that point.
The winner of this match, Athena!
And you see Athena signaling for that world title. She's going to be competing against Lufisto in a 2 out of 3 falls match. Or perhaps some unfinished business with Jules Malone. Well, brings her back up to her feet to show that respect, because that's just the type of competitor that Athena is.
Allison Kay does not seem to be amused.
Ladies and gentlemen, this contest is set for one fall, and it is an opening round match in the WSU Spirit Title Tournament. Introducing first to my right, fighting out of Detroit, Michigan, AK-47, Allison Kay. And her opponent to my left, fighting out of the Enchanted Forest. She's taller than a stack of pancakes and leaner than a pint of ice cream. She is the Squirrel Girl, Solo Darling.
And here we go, kicking off the second half will be AK-47, Allison Kay making her return, taking on the Super Squirrel, Solo Darling.
Is this her Slappy the Squirrel tribute?
No, she's the unbeatable Squirrel, not Slappy.
I guess as a squirrel, she's yet to be defeated, but she's dealing with Allison Kay. Allison Kay, one of the more vicious athletes here.
She's not really happy about having to fight Solo Darling. Something really, in her mind, doesn't take this business seriously. Meanwhile, she's not really trusting our security staff with her ring gear.
That thing's worth like $3 grand. I don't blame her. Don't fall for this, Kay.
Solo Darling looking for the test of strength here against Allison Kay.
Oh, all the nuts she's been consuming recently, I guess she's gonna have more power from all that protein.
Well, she was just climbing out the trees a few minutes ago out here at Voorhees, New Jersey.
Look at that, look how dignified Allison Kay is.
Yeah,
One pinky.
The pinky's up, and Solo Darling can't reach that pinky.
Solo Darling just disqualify herself. She's got no shot here.
Oh, look at Allison Kay now getting on her knees, making fun of the stature of Solo Darling.
Oh no, she just opened herself up for that kick.
Oh, look at this. What a pinky swear if I ever seen one.
Pinky swear is making Allison Kay cry out in agony right now. She's not gonna tap, I don't think. She might not have a choice.
Both women back up to a vertical base. Solo Darling using that pinky and whipping her across ropes. Allison Kay missing that clothesline. I think Solo Darling's just too short for her. And once again, Solo Darling using her stature to her advantage, and Allison Kay being sent to the outside here.
What the hell did I just watch?
You watch Solo Darling dominate AK-47 here in the first round.
She's like a squirrel ninja, just not as appealing.
Allison Kay just stole her nuts. What is she doing? She's lining the ring with the acorns.
It's a trail. She's a genius.
Allison Kay is leaving a trail for Solo Darling.
She's using that nutsack to lure her in.
The Vanellope Von Sweets of WSU is falling for this trap.
Nuts aren't very sweet. Although, look at that mouthful of them. They just came flying out.
She just punched the nuts down her throat and now sent her right into the guardrail.
This is what she had to worry about, being stupid, like Solo Darling is, against a more intelligent competitor like Allison Kay. She has to realize these things when she's in a tournament for a championship.
Allison Kay, you're now seeing why they call her AK-47 with those vicious.
Allison Kay stood toe-to-toe with LuFisto in the past.
Well, now here's the problem with Allison Kay. Worrying about getting those pinkies up and not keeping an eye on the enchanted squirrel of WSU. Allison Kay now looking, oh wait, rolled up by Solo Darling, cover here too. Only getting a 2 count.
No, but Allison Kay right back on the attack of Solo Darling. That trap really worked to Kay's advantage. She got caught momentarily, but now she's back on the attack, and she's making Solo Darling pay for her shenanigans she brought into this contest.
Right now, the unbeatable squirrel's not looking unbeatable as Allison Kay continues this assault here in the first round of the Spirit Championship Tournament.
This is going to be worse than the great squirrel fire from Biodome. Allison Kay is going to make her pay. Well, the fans finding their new fetish.
Now, the fans have always loved Solo Darling here. What's not to love?
No!
There's that hug that Solo Darling's. Oh no, Allison Kay reversing it.
Squirrel hug right into a Northern Lights suplex.
Oh, nearly putting Solo Darling away.
Yeah, I don't think the squirrel hug's as effective as a bear hug.
No, you're absolutely right.
And look at this, it's raining down with those shots to the face of Solo Darling.
Yost better watch out for his closed fists into a pinning combination, but once again, Solo Darling able to kick out before 3.
Allison Kay is relentless. She's not going to let Solo Darling step in her way in this championship tournament.
Solo Darling looks like she's been through a war already. Look at that squirrel outfit being torn off her body by Allison Kay here.
Yeah, well, that's what happens for being a furry. Nobody likes them. This woman has an identity crisis. And Allison Kay is going to make her realize who she is by beating her down tonight. Once again, relentlessly attacking her. Those kicks in the corner to the midsection.
Solo Darling being sent right across viciously, dropping down once again into a cover, but Darling able to kick out before 3.
And that's what Allison Kay is all about. You saw how she dropped down when she did that Irish whip for extra force and extra momentum. Still not enough to put away the Squirrel Girl. Darling has not been able to really muster any offense here in this matchup. Allison Kay returning here to WSU, making a statement against Solo Darling. I thought squirrels could land on their feet from any height. Oh, maybe she did. Squirrel Girl is back.
Slowly trying to get to a vertical base.
She's looking to nut up against Allison Kay.
Yeah, Allison Kay once again showing how not amused she is by all these antics of Solo Darling.
No one was.
And Allison Kay looking to put the exclamation point on this match here.
Oh, Samoan drop straight out of the corner to the female modern day version of Maniac Mike Davis, who dead center in the ring. Allison Kay just has to go for a cover, and she's got this.
And Allison Kay looking for the applause from the crowd, not really getting it. And that might have cost her. Missing with that back elbow, missing with the leg drop now. And Solo Darling coming alive here in the late part of this match.
Good solo attack though, but no effect. Flying squirrel chops.
And not working at all. Oh man.
Yeah, that's not working at all.
Poor Solo Darling, boot to the face. That has got to be it.
I thought that was done.
Allison Kay realizing that there's some spunk left in Solo Darling here.
Allison Kay at least acknowledging Solo's been a tougher opponent than she thought. Jawbreaker.
Oh, Solo Darling. She's going upstairs here at the skate zone.
Solo goes high. Huge cross body block.
Oh, nearly getting the pinfall on Allison Kay. Solo Darling now rolling up Allison Kay. But Allison Kay powering out with that kick out.
Solo's bringing together that offense. Now there it is. There's that squirrel hug.
Oh, into that face buster. But look at how smart Allison Kay is rolling close to those ropes.
And look at Solo Darling looking for approval. Wasn't able to find Allison Kay right away, who gets her foot under the bottom rope. She didn't have enough energy to kick out or even get her foot on the bottom rope.
Allison Kay showing why she's a former WSU Tag Team Champion here in WSU with great ring awareness here.
Squirrel Girl trying to bring up the limp body of Kay right now, trying to muscle her up.
Barely able to get into her vertical base, and Allison Kay powering out. And that huge lariat into a cover, and that is it.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of this bout advancing to the semifinals of the Spirit Title Tournament, Allison Kay.
Well, and Allison Kay's not done yet with Solo Darling throwing those nuts.
Throwing? I think that's a different hand gesture. I don't think Oral Hershiser are used to throw.
Allison Kay advancing in a Spirit Championship tournament.
Ladies and gentlemen, this contest scheduled for one fall. Introducing first to my right, fighting out of Dayton, Ohio, representing Ohio is For Killers. She is the Gem City Queen. This is Nevaeh. Her opponent, right in front of me.
It doesn't matter.
Fighting out of Night Vale, Michigan, this is Angeles Lane.
Yeah, it's a shit right there. They're a little stiff for them. It ain't gonna hurt. It's probably fine. Ready? Ready. Ready. Here we go.
The third and final debut.
Okay.
And to Secret Show number 4 is going to be Angeles Lane. We'll see how she squares up against the veteran in Nevaeh. Certainly has the crown behind her. What were you going to say?
She's been making a lot of noise in the Midwest.
Definitely. In fact, honestly, it was her recent appearance for one of our Beyond Wrestling sleeper cells in St. Louis that she was able to compete for. I was very impressed.
Right now, Nevaeh with the cravat.
That's right.
Angeles Lane
No.
able to break the hold. Now with a standing surfboard of sorts.
Never.
Not getting,
Very confident in her abilities.
she's not going to give up, but she's got to find a counter.
Nope.
There we see the reversal of position. Now that side headlock transitioning right to a takeover.
Angeles Lane has to be very careful on the mat here with Nevaeh. Nevaeh, known for her technical prowess on the mat.
Look at the two different wrestlers that debuted tonight. We saw Angie Sky, and she took a much more methodical approach against Sassy Stephanie. She came up short. We saw Paloma Star just moments ago, who took a much more straightforward approach to making knuckles. She came up short. So if you're Angeles Lane right now, you're going to be thinking what kind of a strategy you're going to have to employ to knock off somebody who's going to be competing for the NWA Women's title tomorrow. in Nevaeh. Of course, Barbie Hating opting not to compete tonight. Perhaps not the fighting champion that she thinks that she's cracked up to be.
And you know, she opted out of the last secret show as well, showing a bit of a trend. This Barbie Hayden.
She opted out of the last secret show, however, she annihilated Santana Garrett.
Just
and Emerald Neal, laying out 2 women. But back to the action at hand.
Nevaeh goes around to the go behind with the waist lock. Angelus Lane trying to lower her center of gravity, sneak out, and she does. She finds the back door.
Smart move.
Waist lock of her own. Nevaeh trying to break the grip, but Angelus Lane, she tightens it right back up. Nevaeh not able to loosen the grip, but she's able to take her down, graduates to a front chancery. Lane has her sent in. No. Nevaeh able to get her with an Alita into a pinning combination.
Lane unable to get out of the way. Caught with that crucifix into the sunset flip, as it were. There's no flip involved, though.
Here comes Angelus Lane, head of steam. Nevaeh able to get out of the way into a schoolgirl. Lots of pinning combinations being exhibited by each of the 2 ladies here.
But none of the holds applied properly, and therefore not resulting in a 3 count. Caught her that time, though, with the neck snap. Oh, killed her with that forearm.
All over the face of Angelus Lane there with that strike.
Starting to pick up the intensity, the physicality. Sent Nevaeh. You're gonna think that she was gonna try and send her shoulder first into the post. Nevaeh able to put on the brakes, but she still got caught up in that buckle. Now a number of tackles, trying to drive the wind from the lungs. And now just putting that boot right to the throat, no question about it. She wants to make sure that Nevaeh can't breathe.
And that was rather nonchalant out of Angelus Lane. Nothing nonchalant about that chop.
Well, Angelus Lane, though, give her credit responding with one of her own. She got Nevaeh by the head. Oh, cut her with that spinal tap.
You can see the pain etched all over Nevaeh's face. That kick caught her.
Could have been a mistake, though. Sends her to the corner. Trying to build up a head of steam. Caught her with that elbow.
Northern Light suplex takes her right over. Nevaeh just pushing her way out of that bridge.
We were talking about the toughness of Jules Malone just a couple minutes ago. You can never underestimate the toughness of Nevaeh. And once again, going back to that surfboard submission, Angelus Lane with tunnel vision, but in this instance, I mean, you can't fault that strategy. She's still targeting the back of Nevaeh.
Nevaeh is still saying never in response to Sozio asking her if she wants to quit.
Kicking off Angelus Lane. Yeah, that was a great counter.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Lots of impact with these blows here. That is steam and a knee right to the chest. Angelus Lane way too close to the ropes for that pinning combination to work.
A rare mistake on Nevaeh. But she did not want to waste any time getting to that pin. She thought she had her knocked out with that knee strike. Going for that German suplex. Angelus Lane trying to hook the leg. Nevaeh hold on to the ropes. That could have cost her. Came charging in, caught her with that hard forearm.
Angelus Lane, though, a little bit of misdirection into the spear.
Shane's a big boss.
Nevaeh kicking out.
Come on, Nevaeh.
You can see a lot has been taken out of Nevaeh. Angelus Lane making a great showing thus far at the Secret Show. Nevaeh, though, potentially putting a stop to all of that with that German suplex. She's able to make that pin. Very close count by the official here. Nevaeh just following Angelus Lane into the corner with a huge forearm.
You almost kind of wonder what Nevaeh is going to be looking to finish with here. She's going for that signature backpack stunner. Just the legs hooked.
Put away many a female with this.
Is that going to be enough? And it is.
The winner of this match, Nevaeh! Ladies and gentlemen, this contest is set for one fall, and it is for the Tag Team Championship. When the bell rings, the man in charge, Mr. Dan Yost. Introducing first in the corner to my right, they are the challengers. First, fighting from the dark side of the moon, this is Kira. Her tag team partner, fighting out of every man's fantasy, he is the baddest bitch in the game, Ric Cataldo.
He's more like the dark side of the poon.
And their opponents to my left. First, fighting out of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, Annie Social. Her tag team partner, fighting out of Seattle, Washington, Kimberly. Together, they are the current, reigning, defending WSU Tag Team Champions, Chicks Using Nasty Tactics.
Well, here we go. Ric Cataldo has been on the outside managing teams to take out Kimberly and Annie Social to earn those tag team championships, but Ric Cataldo felt if there's a job that needs to be done, he should do it himself. And what we thought was going to be the return of the Cosmo Club, it was just Ric Cataldo.
It was a ruse. That's what he does to everyone. He does that to people in bars all the time. They think they're getting one thing, they're getting another.
Clearly, and right now we're getting Kira as his tag team partner, who I'm being told is Ric Cataldo's favorite superhero from the dark side of the moon.
All right.
You know, I just said, okay, Rick, go ahead. Good luck tonight. That's what I said when I heard that.
Are they arguing about whose hair is more natural? So I'm going with Rick. Ric Cataldo actually backing away from Kimberly. I don't blame him, but Ric Cataldo laid the juicy product out at the 8th anniversary show. He has a tough attitude. She has a tough attitude.
Look at him. Look at him. He's tagging in Kira. He doesn't even want to compete in the match.
We don't know much about Kira, just what you said earlier, but who knows how dangerous she is.
Well, she
looks like she had her fingers crossed behind her back, though.
She was showing respect, and that pissed Ric Cataldo off a little bit.
Kimberly, though, who's really advanced herself in the ring over the course of the last couple of years here in WSU. Kira, though, trying to figure a way out. She does, right into a hammerlock of her own.
Impressive. And she's a waistlock applied. And there's Kimberly now reversing it into a headlock of her own.
Bringing her right down into a side headlock here. Ric Cataldo not even paying attention on the apron to what's going on to his partner.
I thought, see, it's always been about the gold to him. This is what's surprising me about his attitude right now.
Oh, he's a gold digger, and I'm not sure if we should call him he. He's the Laura Jane Grace of WSU. Plays by her own rules.
Yeah, clearly. But meanwhile, in the ring, Kira and Kimberly once again locking up in the center. Kimberly backing up Kira into the ropes. Stiff shot across the chest, and now sending Kira, Kira reversing it Kick to the midsection, off the rope she goes. Kick to the side of the head. And cracking the back of Kimberly.
You can call it a back cracker. No one's gonna yell at you.
Well, there's a stenton there into a cover. 1, 2, and only getting a 2 count.
Kira looks like she's bringing a lot of skill to the table here. Rick might have found himself a good ringer.
Quite possibly, but we're still in the early going here at WSU Powers Tag Team Championship match.
Kimberly, though, there's that fighting spirit she has, just elbowing her way out of that fireman's carry, though, but she gets caught once again.
Kick to the midsection. Now she's got Kira's now Kimberly up on her shoulders. And what does she have planned is up until about 5 minutes ago, we know she's going to be in the match.
And right across the midsection, Kimberly might have cracked a rib or something. Antisocial smartly breaking up the cover.
Antisocial, the veteran in the ring right now, making sure that she keeps that tag team championship firmly around the waist of the chicks.
Split out jawbreaker, tagging in Antisocial. I'll never forget the image of Kimberly at the 8th anniversary when her and Antisocial finally won the tag team championships, holding those belts in the air, covered in blood, a huge knot on her head, and Antisocial now bringing over. Kira bridging up. It just shows what the chicks using nasty tactics are willing to do to win tag team gold.
And for Antisocial, it's a very special one. The first time she's competed in the arena in a very long time. The same building that she's got her career started in. And now only getting a 2 count on Kira.
Well, obviously Antisocial is the unstable one of this tag team. You just saw the glare in her eyes, the look on her face when Kira was able to kick out of that attack.
Yeah, we talk about Rick Cataldo being the baddest bitch in professional wrestling. Antisocial is the baddest bitch in Philadelphia. Men cower away from her when she walks down the street.
She might have be the baddest bitch who was actually born a bitch in the world.
And right now, Antisocial taking it to the supposed superhero, the dark side of the moon. And Rick Cataldo finally getting in on the action.
The big gun.
Well, Antisocial has no fear when it comes to Rick Cataldo.
Rick Cataldo now using the size advantage that he has.
I wouldn't comment on Rick's size.
We've all seen it. Don't deny it. He's like Dave Christ. Look at this, so just grabbing Antisocial by her head, throwing her across the ring and taunting Kimberly. Rick Cataldo is not afraid to make enemies.
No, he's not, but he has some fascination over Kimberly specifically, which is actually rather interesting.
Maybe that's why he dyed his hair that way. He chokes away on Antisocial in the corner.
Well, you know what? I'm talking about his being a gold digger. That platinum blonde hair of Kimberly, maybe that's what's got his eye. But right now, Antisocial being smothered by Rick Cataldo.
I think this matchup is going just as Rick Cataldo planned. Oh, Kira, though, not wanting to break the rules. That goes against everything Rick Cataldo stands for.
She is a superhero, supposedly.
Oh, man, look at this. Rick Cataldo trying to get a little fun in on this tag team match, but not afraid to go a little bit hostile. Chicken winging in the arms now of Antisocial.
Yeah, but you see right before driving that forearm across the bridge of the nose.
That's what I was talking about, being hostile.
And now he's being a little seductive, I guess.
To you, maybe.
Well, to some.
He's saying it's done. The tag team titles are coming back to Rick Cataldo, this time in a title-holding capacity. But Antisocial with that split-out X Factor, Rick Cataldo dead center in the ring. Can Annie make the tag to her partner?
Kimberly reaching in, making the tag, and now Kira cleanly coming in. And there's Kimberly taking out Kira, the superhero, the dark side of the moon.
This should be a super heroine, wouldn't she? Doesn't matter now. Kimberly's taking it to her.
You're absolutely right. Nothing super about what's happening to Kira. Oh, look at these chops, vicious across the chest of Kimberly, and one big one for good luck.
She's gonna need all the luck in the world to try to take the tag titles tonight. Oh!
Huge spin kick from Kimberly, dropping Kira down. That could be it.
That was like a roaring kick by Kimberly, who's now frustrated, bringing out that stiff kick to the face, not enough to put down Kira.
Well, I thought she was getting Brittany Savage. Of course she's frustrated. They probably watched all the footage to get ready, and Annie Social knows Brittany Savage quite well, and she probably warned her about her, but right now, once again, Rick Cataldo in the ring after Kimberly leaves. Oh, Kimberly's got his hand.
Oh, no!
Oh, no, there goes the weave. Or excuse me, the wig.
World Star style goes the hair of Rick Cataldo on the outside. Kira left alone with these nasty chicks and their tactics.
There we go, the T gimmick.
Oh, planting her dead center in the ring.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winners of this bout and still WSU Tag Team Champions, Chicks Using Nasty Tactics.
Cataldo not happy about the finish of this match.
Yeah, the ending of this matchup might send Rick Cataldo over the edge, or
now he's having a temper tantrum.
Ladies and gentlemen, this contest scheduled for one fall is for the NWA World Women's Championship. When the bell rings, the man in charge, Mr. Tony S. Introducing first, currently in the ring is the challenger. Fighting out of Dayton, Ohio, representing Ohio is 4 Killers. She is the Gem City Queen. This is Nevaeh. And her opponent to my right. Fighting out of College Station, Texas. She is your current, reigning, and defending NWA World Women's Champion. This is Barbie Hayden.
Now, Dan, back at Mutiny, we saw Barbie Hayden defending the NWA World Women's title against Santana Garrett. Not only that, but after the match, attacking her with that Halo DDT and Amber O'Neal as well. Right now, Barbie Hayden has got her sights set on knocking off Nevaeh. She said she wasn't even going to come out and give her the match. However, deciding that she's the top champion now in WSU. That remains to be seen. She's going to have to get through Nevaeh first.
Are you ready now? Are you ready now? No more straight.
Barbie Hayden awfully pouty tonight.
Very sour. She backed out of defending the title against the, on the Secret Show last night as well. So
She just walked right out of the building.
she feels as the NWA World Women's Champion, she gets to call the shots. Unfortunately, she's not the matchmaker. And when OI4K was forced to withdraw from the Queen and King of the Ring tournament, obviously wanted to give Nevaeh another huge opportunity. One of the favorites here in Voorhees, New Jersey.
Right place, right time. Perfect opportunity for her to pick up some gold.
But this is also a huge opportunity for Barbie Hayden, even with the NWA World Women's title around her waist. To knock off a competitor like Nevaeh is only going to raise her stake as champion.
She seems very confident now.
Again, she wants to call the shot. She wants to dictate the pace of the match. She's happy when she's in control. I think that's been the MO of Barbie Hayden since day one. She's a very controlling, conniving individual.
I'm not going to argue with that.
We've seen the way that she's manipulated some of the referees in the past.
Yeah. Opening the ropes for her as if she's some sort of royalty.
She's got nothing.
Well, she's not the king, she's not the queen.
She's not going to be this year.
She is the NWA World Women's Champion.
Barbie Hayden just holding on to the ropes like a spider monkey.
Oh!
She had nowhere to go.
Well, she backed herself into her corner, literally.
And this crowd is solidly behind the Gem City Queen.
Well, right now she's laying a beating on Barbie Hayden. And once again, Barbie Hayden rushing to the ropes.
I feel like every champion, they come into a title match, they have some sort of advantage. I can't put my finger on it. There's just something that comes along with having that championship. I don't know if it's the, if you're the champion, you get paid more. I don't know if that's enough to motivate, but typically a champion has a certain advantage, but I almost feel like that's nullified because Nevaeh has the support of the faithful CZW fans that have come out to Voorhees, New Jersey for the Queen and King tournament this year.
Right now, Nevaeh going downstairs and then hooking up a nice snap suplex, taking Barbie Hayden right over. Had her stacked up for a deep cover, only enough for a 2 count. Barbie Hayden now trying to fight out from underneath. Has that arm wringer into a swinging neck breaker, very nicely done. Barbie Hayden now just stalking Nevaeh, trying to pick her spot. And she does. Taking Nevaeh down to the mat once again. Now just ramming her head into that turnbuckle. Make it 2 times.
Here's Barbie Hayden showing that confidence again now that she is in control.
Well, yeah, I mean, if there's one thing that Barbie Hayden does not lack, it's definitely confidence. She thinks very highly of herself. I'll just put it that way. As of now, she's been able to back that up as she's taking it to Nevaeh. Excuse me.
Putting all of her body weight down across the throat of Nevaeh.
Nevaeh just taking her down to the mat into a pinning combination, but Barbie Hayden right back on top of that clothesline, driving Nevaeh down to the mat. 2 count only.
And there she is complaining once again.
Barbie Hayden now with a front chancery, driving knees into the stomach of Nevaeh, trying to drive all that oxygen out of her. It looks like Nevaeh is gasping for breath on the canvas now, as Barbie Hayden just kicks away at her, sending her to the turnbuckle, but Nevaeh is still fighting. Fighting from the bottom is Nevaeh.
Sidestepping her.
Nice evasion tactic.
Those stiff shots from Nevaeh.
Well, if there's anybody in WSU that can throw hands, Nevaeh is definitely right up there.
You're absolutely right.
You know, there is no shortage of heavy hitters here at WSU, let me
No,
tell you.
absolutely not. And well, we could have a new champion here. Only a 2 count.
Barbie Hayden just keeping on top of Nevaeh with that double axe handle. Right to the small of the back. Now she's dragging Nevaeh to the ropes. What she got in store here? Looks like she's going to use the middle rope for momentum and just drive down with her weight across the exposed midsection of Nevaeh.
Barbie Hayden's trying to go into OI4K territory using the ring apron as a weapon.
Yeah, she's really ramping up the aggressiveness right now. Has that near leg hooked. A series of left-handed forearms. Nevaeh able to put the brakes on for that suplex attempt. Sends Barbie Hayden into ropes. She ducks one clothesline, but does not duck the other.
Nevaeh picking up the pace again.
Yeah, it looks like she's got a second wind. Just came rolling out of that corner with an elbow right into the chest. Takes her right down to the mat. Goes for the cover, hooks that far leg. She had her stacked up, but it was only enough for a 2 count. Says senior WSU official, Mr. Tony S. Barbie Hayden now on the apron, going for a clothesline, but misses. Nevaeh able to counter with an STO on the apron. And you know what, if you're Nevaeh, I think you're going to want to go to the outside, get Barbie Hayden, roll her back into the ring, because you can't win the NWA World Women's Championship on a count-out or a disqualification.
And you can see Barbie Hayden's got that thought in her mind. She's trying to run away.
She grabbed her belt, too.
Oh, now she's back in, breaking up the count. But the referee's now out of position, using the belt as a weapon.
Oh, come on.
That's it. That's got to be it. 1, 2, and oh!
I thought that would have been it for sure. I think Barbie Hayden thought so definitely as well. She can't believe it. She's beside herself. Looks like she's throwing another temper tantrum.
And she is throwing a temper tantrum. And this temper tantrum might cost her the title, because Nevaeh is back to a vertical base.
Nevaeh just waiting on Barbie Hayden to turn around, and she does.
Oh! Dropping her right down. But Nevaeh, that belt shot took a lot out of her.
Like an accelerated Death Valley driver. You can see that belt shot did take away a lot from Nevaeh. She crumbled right down to the mat. Normally, Nevaeh would just pick up right where she left off and continue the onslaught.
Oh, Barbie Hayden telegraphed it. Now hooking Nevaeh up here.
Oh, and this is how she won the title.
Oh, here we go.
Oh,
Words
just
right out of her
spikes
mouth.
her.
Oh, come on, she's got the ropes.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of this match and still NWA World